The Brainbox presents 20 crazy facts around the world. Sometimes, life is better with a little bit of madness in it. These crazy facts may be hard to believe at first, but it just goes to show the insanely amazing things we don't always notice. Here are some crazy facts around the world. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss interesting videos like this. 1. The inventor of Vaseline used to eat it. Robert Chesebrough invented Vaseline in 1872 as a medicinal product. Chesebrough discovered that oilfield workers would use rod wax or residue from oil rig pumps on wounds and cuts. He took samples from the field and eventually patented Vaseline in 1872. It is said that Chesebrough ate a spoonful of Vaseline every day until he died at 96. 2. Watching horror movies can help boost weight loss. If you want to lose weight fast, you might want to consider a marathon of a different kind. Sure, a physical run can get your heart beating fast, but horror movies have a similar effect. Fear and adrenaline increase our heart rate, boosting how much calories we burn. However, lack of sleep can slow down our metabolism and cancel out the effect. This isn't recommended for people who scare easily. 3. Being on time is rude in Venezuela. Chronically late people rejoice. While some cultures such as the Japanese practice extreme punctuality, usually arriving an hour before the meeting time, Venezuelans consider anything less than 15 minutes late to be rude. For Venezuelans, arriving on the dot or even a few minutes before means you're too eager and greedy. 4. The Earth used to be purple. Green is seen as a symbol of life, but scientists claim that the earliest life on Earth might have been purple. Currently, chlorophyll molecules create the greenish hue of organisms. However, scientists theorize that ancient microbes may have used a different molecule to harness sunrays, giving organisms a violet hue instead. 5. The first thing ever sold on the internet was a bag of weed. Nowadays, e-commerce is a dominant market. Who wouldn't want to get anything at the click of a button? However, you'd be surprised that the earliest sale transaction on the internet was of weed. Recorded in the 70s, the stash was negotiated between Stanford and MIT students. 6. Someone paid $10,000 for invisible artwork. The art world can be crazy. Remember that time when people thought a pair of glasses left on a museum floor was an art piece? Like, they took photos and observed it and all? Apparently, it doesn't end there. In 2011, an art collector once paid $10,000 for oxygen. Fresh Air was an invisible sculpture created by actor James Franco. It's basically what the name says, an endless tank of oxygen. 7. Finland is the happiest country in the world. According to the UNESCO World Happiness Report of 2019, Finland has been the world's happiest country for 2 consecutive years. The data is based on citizens asked to rate their life from 1 to 10. Interestingly, Finland is closely followed by other European countries such as Denmark, Norway, Iceland, and the Netherlands. Must be something in the air there. 8. South Sudan is the least happiest country. If you observe the UNESCO World Happiness Report, you'd notice the trend of third world countries ranking significantly less. It only makes sense, since these countries often have harsher living conditions than first world countries. 9. 2/3 of vegetarians in America eat meat. A 2003 study by the U.S. Department of Agriculture revealed that 66% of self-proclaimed vegetarians eat meat. For the first week, they randomly phoned 13,313 Americans to ask their diet preferences. A week later, they phoned back to ask whether the vegetarians had eaten meat in the last 24 hours. 10. The Japanese population includes the cyber-homeless, people who live in internet cafes. Out of a population of 126.5 million, about 4,000 Japanese residents live in 24-hour internet cafes. According to a 2018 government survey, about 15,000 people stay at internet cafes daily, 4,000 of which are homeless. 37.1% of travelers also stay in the internet shops instead of a hotel. 11. Spain has the world's biggest food fight once a year. Also known as the biggest food fight in the world, La Tomatina is a Spanish festival held on the last Wednesday of August each year. The La Tomatina tradition began in 1945, when a food fight broke out in a parade at a town square. From the name itself, the festival had people throwing tomatoes at each other. La Tomatina got banned in the early 1950s. However, after a somewhat comical protest involving citizens carrying a huge tomato in a coffin, the festival was allowed again. 12. Red ink is bad in South Korea. You might want to shy away from the red Sharpie in South Korea. Historically, red ink has been used in Korea to write the names of the dead. Therefore, it's considered a grave taboo to write a name in red. 13. Asking for salt in an Egyptian household is bad. If you are invited over for dinner at an Egyptian household, remember that it is traditionally rude to ask for salt. It's also considered offensive for the host if you refill your own glass. 14. Your heartbeat syncs to the rhythm of the music that you're listening to. Music is said to be linked with unconscious responses in the body. One of those unconscious responses is the syncing of cardiac rhythms to the music one listens to. Music has also been shown to alter heart rate and blood pressure in individuals. 15. All the saliva you'll produce in your life can fill 2 swimming pools. For your whole lifetime, you'll drool enough to fill 2 pools. That's almost a full bottle of wine per day. That's definitely one of the crazy facts to remember when you feel like you're not amazing. 16. Enough adrenaline can give you superhuman strength. Adrenaline is a hormone released by our body in life-threatening situations. This hormone gives us a temporary boost of super strength, speed, or basically anything that can help us stay alive. In some cases, adrenaline also keeps us from feeling the pain of fatal wounds. 17. The world's smallest horse is 22.36 inches tall. Bumble of Poland holds the world record for the smallest living horse at a tiny 22.36 height. The miniature Appaloosa belongs to Katarzyna Zielinska. A cute fact about Bumble: his name translates to bubble. 18. Fast food chains make millions from a single calorie. When you factor in the price-to-calorie ratio of meals from fast food joints such as McDonald's, Subway, and Chick-fil-A, you discover that they make over 6 figures from just 1 calorie. However, McDonald's leads the game at $231,000 earned per calorie sold. 19. The world's largest hula hoop measures over 17 feet. Gedi Kahayova achieved the Guinness record by spinning a hula hoop measuring 17 feet and 1/4 in diameter. The former circus performer managed to spin the massive hula hoop around her body 3 times. 20. The world's largest collection of sneakers has over 2,500 pairs. Jordan Michael Geller bagged the world record for the biggest sneaker collection in the world on September 25, 2012. His collection entitled Shoe Zoom includes every Air Jordan model made. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. As always, subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.